All right, here we go. We're going to turn our beautiful page into a template. Let's take a look at it. It turns out that I'm having trouble with my browsers, but as you can see, the mouse overs on the buttons do work in Firefox. I don't know what the problem was in Safari. It's my computer, who knows. It doesn't matter, but we like it. We're going to make changes on these, and don't worry about those. The footer and the right bar. Let's just worry about turning this into a template. So let's go make sure we see our page. And by the way, if you go to your files, you should see your working, your styles, your images, and all of that. There's the images. Okay. Now, if we really like our site, we can go to File. Let's go here. File. Save as template. For some reason that's not a... Oh, here we go. Who knows? It's junk. Let's see. Save as template. Let's call this working. It'll be our working DWT. It's our site. Specs Howard. Let's save. Update links. Say yes. Okay. Now, notice over here in the files, you have a new directory, and it's called templates. And inside templates, you have a new file called working DWT, and if you look at the name of this one, it is also working DWT, and it has a whole bunch of other code that it put in because it's a template file. Okay, so let us create a wonderful site with this. Let's do this. Let's make these words right here editable. We're gonna highlight this, go to insert, template, editable region, and I'm going to say this is section. So all my sections on all the pages I'm about to create are going to be editable, and I'm just going to make it a little bit easier for me to see what's going on just by adding spaces. Remember, spaces don't matter. The browser will not render the spaces. So that's my home. Okay, and let's see, maybe we'll make a editable region for our right bar so we can put different pictures in there. So let's go insert, template, editable region. Let's call this right bar. So now when we create pages, there will be the ability on each individual page to edit that content in the right bar. Notice the spaces I'm making so I can see what's going on, and probably the footer too. No, let's just do copyright here, which will show up on every page. Copyright. Okay. I would say Specs Howard 2015. There we go. Alright, so now we have editable regions. We'll save it. That's our DWT we saved. Now we're going to create pages from the template for each of the pages that we want on our site. So the first one, you'll notice, is home. So let's go to assets. It has to be in assets. For some reason you can't do this in files. Go to assets. If you don't see working, just click the second button from the bottom here. Assets, second bottom is your templates. Right click. Make sure you do new from template, not new template, but new from template. There we go. Now you'll notice on these that there are some areas that are grayed out. That's because those particular portions are not editable. The only way to edit these is by doing it on the working DWT. See, there's no grayed out area because this is the one you're going to update. So I'm going to create this. This is going to be my home page, and so I can go down here and right away the document title should probably be Specs Howard Home. Okay, and watch, as soon as I click somewhere else, this right here is going to change. Well, there it jumped, but there it is. Okay, so this is my index or my home page, therefore it should be index.html. We're going to save it as, make sure we're in our Specs Howard directory, index.html. That'll be our home page. Okay, now the next page that we need will be our about. So we right click, new from template. Okay, we'll go down and change the document title to about Specs Howard. Okay, very good. Okay, you'll see that it changed it up here automatically. Let's save this file, save as about. So now we have two pages. We have index and about. Both of these are created from the template. So let's look to see what's our next button. Mission. Okay, so let's do new from template. Let's change the title, Specs Mission. Okay, and then we'll save it, file, save as. Make sure we're in the Specs Howard directory, and we'll call this Mission, and that'd be great. So we have index, about, mission. Let's look to see what our next one is, contact. So let's go new from template, file, save as, contact, save. We can go down and change the title, contact specs. Very good. Okay, let's make sure it made the change. Yes, it did. So let's see what other buttons we need. Let's just do one more. Let's make the history. New, right click on the working, new from template. Let's say, what are we, history. We can go down here, change the document title, history of specs. Notice that it puts it up here. Let's save it as history. File, save as, and we'll call it history. So you want to make sure that it's in your root folder along with your index, mission, contact, about, and here we go. Let's save this one. Now, notice that some of these are saved and some of them aren't. Here you again, you want to go File, Save All. Now, if we were to look at this, there would be nothing much new about it than what we've already seen. The buttons do not work. They do not take you to history, mission, or contact. Let's make it so that these buttons work. Of course, you know, on each one of these, there's editable regions, but you can't change the menu. That has to be done on the DWT. So here it is. Here's our button bar on the DWT, on working DWT. You'll notice that there's these octothorpes, these hash signs or number signs in the navigation. When I click upon that and go down to HTML down here, you can see the octothorpe is right here. It knows that that octothorpe is right here. Now if I go up here to files, I can see all my wonderful pages that I created. So this would be my home. If I go down to this little circle here by the link, I can drag the arrow to the page I want to link it to. So look what happens. It creates a link to index HTML. And then we'll do the about. Go down to the number sign, down in the link. Grab this. Go up to about, point to about. And it writes the hyperlink to about. Then let's do history. Same thing, grab the rubber band, take it to the history page, go down to schedule, take it to the schedule page. Oh, we don't have a schedule page. That's okay. We have a mission page though. Let's do our mission. There's no philosophy or mission statement. There is a contact, however. Let's go to contact. So now you can see that your nav bar is at least linked up on the DWT. But here's the magic. If you save this DWT, it will update all the other pages that were created from this DWT. So let's go to File, Save. We're saving the working DWT, and Dreamweaver is going to know there was a change on the DWT. Do we want to update the nav bar on all of these? And of course we do. So I'm going to hit Update. It saves them all. It changes them all. And then you can hit Close. But look, each one of these now has a star by the name of the file. That means that they have been changed and that they haven't been saved yet. So we go up to File, Save All. Saves all of the ones that were changed. If we go to our Firefox now, we can see, watch what happens up here. File, let's save all. We should be able to refresh. Browser. Okay, let's save all. Make sure you're all saved. In fact, we can even close them and it will still update them. And if we view in the browser, we can see that they now respond to the buttons. So you have history of specs, history HTML, hit home, takes it to index down here, has a tab up here, and so our buttons now work correctly. And they are updated every time we update the DWT.